has the whole aspect. They've got all kinds of terms that I wanted to convert to shirt sleeve English. State equalized value, SEV. What does that mean?
Well, that's what the government says your property is worth, both the municipal and the state of Michigan. It's called a state tax appraisal, but it's kind of a little bit of a tricky number because it represents 50%. So if they say your state equalized value is 90,000, they appraised your house for 180, and if you feel that my house is worth 150 or less, then you've got cause for an appeal. You don't really pay taxes on the SCV, you pay it on the taxable value, which is why if you call me, first call, no charge, I'll let you know.
And your number is?
Well, we'll take call-in numbers here at the studio, 248-557-3300, or you can contact me anytime at 800-300-0112. We were talking about businesses, and this is kind of a seasonal business, like accounting is. Everybody's busy in the spring doing their income tax. So the tax appeals are just done during the spring. Right now, and this is why we're talking about it 2 weeks in a row. It goes from mid-February to end of March. And as an additional cause of business, this is a nice opportunity for realtors.
Now, as far as your number, it's 1-800-300-0112. If someone gets a bill, you can give them a preliminary evaluation over the phone, whether it makes sense or what to do to get you more information.
Right. If I'm at my computer, I got my public records, I go right to it, and I can talk to you and see, some of the information on that.
Now, I realize this may be too open-ended a question, but how many times have you come across that if you get someone like you involved, and I know you refer people to other professionals, they actually challenge what they've been billed? Do they win? Is there
Well, I win 50%, and if people want to take that extra step to the state tax tribunal, I win a much better percentage than 50%. So there is a little bang for the buck. If people want more information on it, I'd like to let them know that we're putting on a course by the Western Wayne Oakland County Board of Realtors, and I see I got something of a pay cut here. Last year it was $35, and this year it's $10.
what to attend, you mean?
Actually, I get paid the same
I see,
about the
I see.
attendance.
I see. So that's really right around the corner, isn't it? It's for March 1st, you say? That's the first Tuesday in March. That's easy to remember. And now, who do you want as your audience?
Well, anybody who wants to understand the tax appeal process, but I think this is particularly good for realtors or someone who owns a lot of their own real estate, and I would back them up by consultation if they needed more help, or they could walk in on this. But after I would teach them, then they can kind of go off on their own, not only for their own properties, but they may be doing it, for other people, and it's perfectly legal. You do not have to be a licensed realtor. You do not have to be a lawyer to appeal taxes for someone else, either locally or at the state tax tribunal.
Now, where is the location?
Well, it's the Western Wayne Oakland County Board of Offices are at Drake and Grand River in Farmington Hills. You can call Vicki there at 248-478-1700, or just any of the realtors. This is on their speed dials.
Okay.
We're very,
Drake and Grand River. That's Farmington Hills, I assume.
Farmington Hills, March 1st. It's from. Well, I got it from 1 to 3.
Right, 1 to 3. So it sounds like a very worthwhile thing to do. And what about the format? Is it strictly all sort of lecture type, or do people get a chance to ask questions?
Well, it's a classroom type, and we do have questions and answers, and every once in a while I say right when I mean left. Somebody says, you mean your other right? But so stop me if I'm in error. But it's been approved for 2 hours of the Con Ed. for anyone who has a real estate license.
Huh.
And we got a little bit of a late start. They called me this year, and we have that application in. So at this point, we can't promise you, but we think it is good for your 2 hours of Con Ed.
Right.
And a lot of times people just like to have a basic understanding of how it works, and then they still go out and hire someone to do it for them.
Wow.
And on residential, it's very reasonable. I do it for people, total of $450.
Well, then but as far as the event itself is concerned, it's only $10, so you're bound to, if you're a non-member. We only have a minute or so. I know you always have some big deals that people should think about. What are those?
Well, I talked about the low end last week, but this week we're going to talk about luxury condominiums on the water, the most beautiful view of the Detroit skyline that you can get, and it's, of course, from the Windsor side. The best unit in the building is now available at $699, and this is a little over $200,000 less than previously priced. The 2,200 square foot Barrett's with, you can match it, but you cannot beat this view. And then all the way down to the Palermo model, which is on the south side of the building, rent with the option to buy, $1,295 a month, or $198,000. And we've got two in between that are priced in the area of $150,000 lower than previously sold models.
And you have a beautiful view of Detroit. You can live on the Windsor side and have fun and feed yourself and clothe yourself on the American side.
And right on the waterfront park, a 3.5 mile long park. We just love it.
And your phone number is?
800-300-0112.
All right, very good, Tom. We'll talk in a couple of weeks. All right. Right now, I only have time for my parting remark.